just want to say I tried to do my podcast yesterday, which some of you probably did see, and I am so grateful that you tuned in. But now I have to fix it because I wasn't happy with how it came out. So we're going to do this again and we're going to do it right, and it's going to be amazing. So, my topic for today, right? How strong are you? Right? We're going to build you up and we're going to bring you to the place where you can feel strong and confident in yourself. So I'm calling all ladies, no matter who you are or where you're at in life, will you take this journey with me? And let's learn who we are, let's see where we're going, and let's find out what we want to be, right? So, everything in our lives, right, that has shaped and molded us, right? For me, what I know, big part of what has shaped me is where I'm from, right? So, like we said last week, I am born and raised in Jamaica, and I came here at the age of 16. So I've spent pretty much majority of my adult life in the US. So is the US a part of me? Absolutely, right? It's shaped me, it's molded me, right? How was I raised, right? And what philosophies was I raised by, right? And the people that influenced me, right? So it's so funny because I think back and I think back to when I was growing up. And one of the things that I know impacted my life is just having this man of God that was my father in my life. So that shaped me, right? And then having this woman of God that was my grandmother, that she just brought this presence, this joy into my life because she was always walking around singing. I mean, there wasn't a moment that you wouldn't see her, she wouldn't be praying about something. And it really made me see that there are so many times in your life that you don't have the strength to go and to keep moving. You can call on that strength from someplace else. And it took me a while to realize that's what she was doing, right? She was calling on God to give her that strength to keep her going, right? And just listening to her voice and remember hearing her always singing. There wasn't a Sunday that she wasn't at church and she wasn't singing. And my grandmother, she was raised Catholic and she grew up Catholic, right? And my dad also, believe it or not, coming from the islands, raised going to Immaculate Conception High School, which now is actually a girls' high school in Jamaica, but it was a co-ed school back then. And so my dad, growing up as an altar boy, was studying to become a priest. And so what I have to say is I thank God that he didn't become a priest because then maybe I wouldn't be here, right? There would be no Lisagay, right? To share with you, to come to you and to give you just those pieces of me, like, right? So what were the philosophies that I was raised on? How did the people who influenced me in my life, my aunts, my uncles, my experiences that I had growing up, and just thinking back, right? What things molded you, right? So if you feel like it, share in the chat with me and let me know. Tell me some of the things about yourself. Where are you from, right? What are the things that molded you, right? And knowing that. So here's the key for me. Here's the big question that I have. What things do you keep, right, that you need to let go of? What are the things that you keep with you that you need to let go of? So I remember that I was this quiet, shy, timid person. I never said a lot. I never spoke a lot. All of my thoughts, my feelings, everything I kept inside, right? And I remember that there were people who didn't believe in me. There are a lot of people who didn't think very much of me, probably didn't think I would go very far, take many chances. And yet I just knew that I couldn't be held in a box, right? That I had to find my way. I had to somehow get out of that, right? And it still took me a very long time, right? To find myself, to figure out who I am, right? Along with life struggles and all the decisions that I made, right? So last week I was talking about owning owning the choices that you made, right? So here's what I want us to do today, right? Let's start on the healing process together. What negatives do you need to release out of your life and just get rid of, right? What do you need to do that's going to help you, right? What positives can you replace them with, right? That's my question. And I say this to you to say that even my daughter, like at an early age, right? I remember my daughter coming home and tears just boo-hoo crying, like tears rolling down her face. And I'm going, oh my goodness, what happened to my daughter today? Like, what happened, right? And I remembered her saying to me, you know, communicating to me all the negative things that kids were saying to her at school, right? Um, and so I would look at her. I looked at her. I remember looking at her that then, and I think it was a defining moment, saying to her, what do they really know about you and who you are, right? So that's the question I have for you today. The people's opinions that you value or the things that you're holding on to, is that what defines you? Or do you need to let go of those things and try to redefine yourself? And one of the things that my daughter did, like I said to her, what can you do to, because one of the things that I learned, like listening to facts and figures, I have a son that's what he focuses on. He's ready to tell you details, he's ready to give you information, right? But one of the things that you need to understand in life is that for every negative thing someone says to you, it takes anywhere from 10 to 13 positive things to undo that, right? And so my daughter, at that young age, she was brilliant enough. Like my question to her was, what are the positive things that people have said to you, right? What do you know that is true about yourself that you've heard so many times that people have said to you, right? That makes you unique and you special. What can you do that can help you remember that when you're told these negative things, right? Because I think if she's so young and you're going to keep hearing that throughout your life, right? What are you going to do to undo that? And so, what my daughter did at this brilliant idea of putting things, positive things, in a box, so that whenever they would tell her anything negative, she would just go back to that. So, here's what I would like for us to do today. This is my takeaway for today. Let's clean up some of that stuff, right? And this is what I want to do. For Think of maybe just one negative thing that you know has really tormented you or that has really hurt you, right? Like one of the things I was told is like you'll never go anywhere in life, right? And I know for me, right, it can there are things that negatively influences you and you can use that to move forward in a positive way, but are the results really positive, right? Or can you really clean that up to where you discard that negative thought and replace it with positive things that's going to make you feel good about yourself? So here we go. I'm going to give you, or us actually, some positive thoughts to replace those negative ones, right? You are strong. Can you say that? I am strong, right? I am fearfully and wonderfully made, right? I have greatness within me, right? You are beautiful. You are loved. You've got the right stuff. You are happy. You are invincible. You can move mountains. You are a nurturer. You're talented. You're powerful beyond all measure. And you are God's gift to this earth, right? Those are the things that I want you to say to yourself. And one of the things that I want to read to you, one of my favorite poets, Maya Angelou, right? And what she talks about is a phenomenal woman. Pretty woman, wonder where my secret lies? I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I am a woman phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me, and that's you. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall to their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing of my hips, and the joy in my feet. I'm a phenomenal woman. Phenomenal woman, that's me, and that's you. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they can still see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me and that's you. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud, I say. It's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I'm a woman phenomenally. That's me and that's you. I want for you to understand that you are a phenomenal woman. And there's the funny thing is, okay, yesterday when I tried to do my podcast, I had my alphabets behind me, right? Because I would share that part of me with you that actually I'm a teacher, right? And so what I wanted for us to do was to take a walk over the next couple of weeks, right? Through the alphabet. Let's take a walk with me, right? Because I that's what I know best. That's what I've been doing for a good majority of my life is teaching, right? And I've always wanted to actually reach out and just be there for women, no matter where you are, young, mature, no matter where you are, right? So the first thing I want us to do, acknowledge. Who are you? The mistakes you've made, the good decisions you've made. Until this point, you have gotten this far in your life, right? Accept them, own it, take responsibility, look at everything and see the role you played in the result, right? Look at them, really look at them, and keep the ones that are good and discard the ones that didn't really serve you, right? Believe, that's the B, that you can be who you desire to be and to live the life that you want to live. You have to believe it, okay? Conceive. Can you see who you want to be? Right? When you conceive something, it's like planting a seed, right? A plant, a flower, a fruit, something is going to come out of it, right? The same as when you plant a seed in a child, right? A child is conceived. You have to give birth to that, right? You have to give birth to what is inside of you, right? So, what we're going to do, we're going to deliver. Can you deliver? What is your destiny? That's what I want you to ask yourself. That's my homework for you this week. And dream. Dream along with me as to what are the possibilities that you have yet to discover in your life and about yourself. And that's where I will leave you today. And as we take this journey together, just know that I'm there with you. I'm going to keep loving on you. I'm going to keep caring for you. And as you can see, yes, we're in the February and I'm still wearing my, still thinking about my one love with Bob. But what I really want to share today is the fact that we are strong women. And I'm going to leave you with Strength of a Woman by Shaggy. And this is Lisagay signing off. And I will see you next time. Have a phenomenal week, all you beautiful, wonderful, phenomenal women. And that's me signing off. See you next week.
So amazing how this world was made. I wonder if God is